Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Please like the video. We're going to be talking about Growing Up Hip Hop, Atlanta, Season 3, Episode 9. Let's get into it. We have Masika and Johnny situation, which really is just fugazi, which is just bullshit. Nobody cares about Johnny and, Masika's situation with, Fetty Wap, because Fetty Wap is not with none of these women. He don't talk about none of these women. He don't be seen with none of these women. He don't take pictures with none of these women. And Masika is just dying for a storyline. She has nothing popping. She has nothing going on. Nobody wants to hear about Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap is old news, old school until he comes out with something new. Right now, Fetty Wap is not the business. Wap is not lit. He's not drip, and you're not drip either, Masika. And stop trying to come after Johnny over some bullshit with Fetty Wap when you was never Fetty Wap's girlfriend. You was only a one-night stand. He hit it maybe 3 or 4 times, and that's it. And he hit it after the baby was born. I don't even know if he took a DNA test. So we don't want to hear this fake story. Like, why did you move from Loving Hip Hop New York to come to, loving Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta? And basically you was mad at Loving Hip Hop because Alexis Sky was chasing you down and trying to ask you why you was with Fetty Wap. And so now you're trying to chase down Johnny and ask her why she was texting and DMing Fetty Wap. Are you serious? Is that what you trying to fool us with? This is what you getting paid for? If that's the case, me and my peoples, all the people that watch my videos, we need to be on Growing Up Hip Hop because you got no storyline and we can make it pop. We can make it happen. What are you talking about? We are talking about Masika talking about Johnny DM and Fetty Wap 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and she was running from Alexis Sky and Loving Hip Hop Hollywood. Come on, miss me with that. Like, you fugazi and we ain't talking about it. Only thing be good about the situation if you get hit upside your head by Johnny. I'm not condoning violence, but you coming after Johnny for some bull crap, and Johnny has a short attention span. She has a short string when it comes to anger, so she's not gonna be feeling you coming at her like this. And she knows it's a setup because if it was some real beef, she would have hit you before security got there, and she didn't. But you're getting on her nerves now. You're working it, but she needs a storyline too as well, because she don't got Deb, and I don't know what else. And we didn't see Elephant Man. How come we didn't see Elephant Man? Like, come on. Like, we wanted to see Elephant Man. So anyways, we got that craziness going on. And so moving on from that, we have the Brat. Basically, she's been off for probation for like 7. She was on probation for like 7 years, and so basically, she's gonna be throwing a party. She's gonna have a good time. She meets up with Lisa Ray, and basically, they cry. It's sad. It's a sad thing, but she wants to have a prison thing for her party. She's gonna come in there with handcuffs. She wants people to wear prison uniforms, suits. The food is gonna be prison food. Not a party that I want to attend, but I guess she's trying to get the message out of how bad being locked up is and how horrible it is, and it's not easy. Even if you got money, if you got support, it's not easy, especially when some people tell you what to do, when to do, how to do it. You can't eat what you want, and basically you're behind bars. And we also have the Brat meeting up with Moni Love. Moni Love is a great MC, great artist, like, perfection. And actually, they go to Mimi's shop or whatever. Mimi from the Asian Mimi from Loving Hip Hop, Atlanta, basically, whatever. They go to her shop, get their nails done, whatever. And so one of the most important things was the Brat talking about, like, she's so glad that Jermaine Dupri rocked with her. Like, she didn't want to show her ass. She didn't want to show her tits. She didn't want to show these. She didn't want to show her ass. She didn't want to show her tits. She didn't want to show none of that. She didn't want to be all a sex symbol. She didn't want people to like her because of her body and because of her looks or whatever. She just wanted to be a legit artist, and she didn't want to suck, jump, ride, do anything with any type of dudes or anywhere to get successful. She just wanted to get it on her own merit, and you got to say much love and much respect. And so that's why I think Brat is kind of looking at, Kiyomi, like, do it for yourself, sister. You don't need Bow Wow. Put out your own music, put out your own thing. So basically, that's what the last conversation Brat had with Kiyomi was like, you don't need Bow Wow. But Bow Wow was telling Kiyomi that, hey, listen, don't put out this. We're not going to put out any song until you put out the song with me first, and then you can work on any other music. Basically holding her back and keeping something over her head, because Bow Wow, he's the artist, he knows more, he's been in the game for 20 years, so basically he's keeping her on the hold and telling her not to do music with anybody else, not to mess with. I don't know who else you're gonna do music with, but needless to say, maybe there's a Joe Smo out there growing up hip hop somewhere in the neighborhood. There's Joe Smos everywhere I live at that, rap, you know what I'm saying? You can find him on Instagram that'll do a song with her. I don't know who's gonna pay for it, but somebody gotta pay for it. So anyway, so Bow Wow's using that over her head and telling her not to put out her music or whatever and wait till this song drops because it's gonna be lit, and basically getting her amped up and this and that. And the Brat is telling Kiyomi, yo, listen, you need to work with other artists, you need to put your music out. You don't want your career to be based on Bow Wow helping you, or Shab Moss helping you, or Shab Moss doing something else, because now you owe him. Basically, then you have somebody throw something in your face. You need to do it on your own. But because Brat does understand the new generation, and not the new generation, just a lot of people where it has changed. Where basically, let me get it off my back. Let me get it off this. Let me be trisexual. Let me be anything so I can get a pop, so I can troll, so people can feel me. So, and the Brat was like, I did it the hard way. I remember the Brat had on baggy jeans, and I loved the baggy clothes. She wasn't showing nothing. So anyways, even Escape, when they first came out, they wore baggy clothes. It wasn't about their bodies or whatever. So moving on from that, so we have that situation. And, we get to, Bow Wow, he actually goes to see the counselor by himself. He's doing his own therapy. And he talks about when he was 15 years old, he locked himself in the closet. And basically, he was going to cut himself and he was going to commit suicide because, he just felt alone. He felt loneliness. He felt by himself. He felt the emptiness, And he was talking about him being turned out, And I don't know, when people say turned out, I'm assuming turned out like, you was turned out by women. You could have been turned out by men. You turned out by drugs. You was put on a stroll. People took advantage of your body. Like, you was turned out. You was lit. You was on drugs. You was doing any and everything. You was at sex parties. You was swinging. People were sucking and ducking and hitting and licking it and flipping it and tossing it and everything else. And then on top of that, you did a line with it. When you say turned out means like you was all turned out is like the most, like, everything, like turned out, like you were turned out, like they turned you out in the streets, they turned that ass out. So anyways, he talks about that situation. He talks about one of his, closest relationships and one of his most respectful relationships and one of the most decent females he went out with, which was Ciara. And basically he messed up that situation and he did wrong and he was turned out in the streets. And, and he was heartbroken too with Ciara, and he really had feelings for Ciara. So I was like, oh shit, he really had feelings for Ciara. So damn, Future, stop taking Bow Wow's leftovers. Like, what's going on? And so, but anyways, Ciara, she's up there now. Ciara done did her thing. Ciara, as she could be Martha Stewart now. She could be Oprah Winfrey now. She can be she's up there. Ciara done changed the game. And she changed the game by not having sex with her husband now. She waited until they got married, and that's how you do it. That's how you collect the big one and you get a big ass diamond. So anyways, Bow Wow was talking about that situation, and basically from Ciara down, it's just been like tragedy with relationships. It hasn't been good. He was turned out. He didn't have respect. He done seen the world, done it all, been through it all, did it all, and it's just like, what else is there left to do? What else is there? And then on top of that, whatever people that was supposed to protect him that didn't protect him, people that was supposed to have his back and not understand. He's 15 years old. How do you understand contracts? How do you understand what the lawyer's saying? How do you understand this and how do you understand that? Bow Wow is still supposed to be a multi-millionaire. He's supposed to at least have 18 million in the bank off rip, and that should be his spending money. As long as he's been in this business, especially when selling CDs was the thing, and selling movie tickets, and then on top of that VHS. Come on, he should have been up there. Nobody had his back. And then on top of that, watching the money dwindle and watch the people go away. And he talked about, he's talked about the Biggie and Tupac situation. And I think he feels like, when he's dead, people respect him because people make fun of him. The blog sites, people make fun of him. They crack on him, whatever. But in my opinion, Bow Wow's a legend and I respect him for that. And I liked I give him his kudos from his acting, from the TV. He's been on 2 TV shows that had 2 seasons. I only watched the show because of Bow Wow. It was like some type of crime scene investigation show or whatever. And then like his movies, I done watched that too as well. I done went to his concerts. Yes, I respect Bow Wow because like if you listen to, the Snoop Dogg, the Chronic, what you want to be when you grow up, And so Bow Wow has put in work. He has put in work. Like, he's been working. You know, some of us, we can't work until we're like 14, and some of us can work under the table. But this dude, Bow Wow, has been officially working since he was a kid. And officially, he didn't have the right people around him, because he's supposed to be an entity. He's supposed to be a record label at this day and age. But since he's black and he didn't have the right people around him, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, he feels like when he dies, people will respect him. People will miss him. People will mourn him. People will be in awe of him, because that's what happened when Biggie and Tupac died. Like, people don't love you until you're gone. Like, they don't miss you until you're dead and gone. That's plenty of rap songs. I even think Biggie Smalls has a song about that too as well. So we got that situation. And so then that makes you feel for Bow Wow. And then on top of that, you understand why he used the drugs. You understand that he had no structure. He had no spiritual guidance. He needs more than just, you know, just church and hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. He needs way more than that. He needs a whole reprogramming, a whole re-understanding of life, where he can appreciate it more, where he understands that he is special and he is somebody, and he has done some things where he has to travel in deep and know where he came from. And it's just not from this music business in the entertainment business that make him special. It's his heritage, it's his ancestors, and that's what he needs to get back to. So anyways, the counselor is like, we're gonna reprogram you, we're gonna do whatever. But he needs to get off them mind-altering drugs, that lean and whatever other drugs that he's using. He needs to get off of it. He don't need to be using the drugs, because the drugs don't only do nothing but put you deeper and deeper into a hole. And it'll deteriorate your brain and mess you up, where we won't get to Bow Wow when we need to get to Bow Wow, when you're ready to actually let go of all this negative energy that has been stuck to you for so long. So moving on from that situation, boom, bada bing. So Bow Wow needs help, seriously, fast, in a hurry. Where was his mother at the whole time? Where was his father at? Living off his money. The father was living off alcohol and, you know, and getting blood transfusion of alcohol, and the mom was too busy dropping it like it's hot, chilling with the OGs and the street dudes, spending up Bow Wow money, flossing in the hood. Now they both living under the same roof. What some bullshit that is. The story did not supposed to be like this for Bow, but at least he's executive producing this show with garbage like Masika on it. And like, she's not garbage. Her storyline is just finito garbage. Like, come on, give us something else. Give us something more. We need more. So, anyways, so moving on from that situation, so we have that with him, you know, trying to kill himself. I'm glad he wasn't able to kill himself. Then we have Little Mama. She goes on a date with BT. Basically, BT don't pull out her chair for her. She reminds him. Basically, she ordered a drink for him. She ordered him like an iced tea or whatever. She said, I want a hot tea with a hot lemon, whatever. And he was like, you like it hot? She was like, yeah, I like my tea hot. I like my man hot. I like it hot. Are you hot? Are you burning? He was like, I ain't burning. So I thought they were talking about the Usher situation. I'm not burning. So then now he's feeling like kind of weirded out. Like, this woman is kind of acting like, you know, she's feverish, like she's thirsty. She just want to get some of this and bounce. And I don't think he has a problem with it, but I think he's like confused because of the conversation they had last time. And then on top of that, how you gonna try to get with me and my boy, and then you acting like it's so good. Like, I think he's feeling like a piece of meat. Like, he has made women feel like a piece of meat, the way him, Bow Wow, and Pimpin' be out in the club, you know, throwing these women all over the place, you know. So anyways, he was like, you know, I talked to Bow Wow. He was telling me that, you know, you was trying to get with him. Like, you know, like you got something going on with him. And she was like, are you joking? Are you joking? Like, did he tell you it was a joke? He was like, no, I'm serious. You invited him to New York and everything. And she was like, this is a joke, right? This is not real. This is not serious. There's no way. I'm not interested in Bow Wow. I've never been interested. This seems very awkward. You know, it totally throws off everything because I've never tried to get with Bow Wow. And I've never seen her try to get with Bow Wow. And all the reactions that we've seen on this show, however they edit it, it does not look like Little Mama wanted Bow Wow. Bow Wow is not Little Mama's type. And Little Mama is not Bow Wow's type. I don't know why he tried to create that narrative, because he wanted to throw shots at Little Mama and he wanted to throw shots at BT, because BT was able to pull Little Mama. Bow Wow is hating too as well because he wants to have all the girls on the show. But Little Mama got a bank account with some millions in it. So miss me with that bullshit. So little mama was just like, this is a joke. Like, this can't be serious. But they get past it real quick. BT realized that Bow Wow's full of shit. Little mama didn't let, Bow Wow mess up her date. She had BT and little mama was holding hands and shit. At the end of the day, he was like, I'm gonna take you out to the club. You can't come to Atlanta and not party and not get it down and not have a good time, girl. You can't do that. So and plus he's a club promoter too as well. So he knows how to show her a good time and make sure she has a good time. So he's feeling her, she's feeling him, and hopefully everything happens organically and nothing, interrupts that, because I think little mama deserves happiness and some love. And I think pimping is at the right age to settle. I'm not pimping. BT is at the right age to settle down and be with a woman that's successful. And him being like in the entertainment business with like the club and the promoting they can definitely help each other. And that's what a relationship's about. When you get into a relationship or a friendship or something like that, where you can actually help each other out, that's what counts. And I think that's what the Brat was trying to get across to, Kiyomi and actually Bow Wow. Like, it has to be a tit for tat, to have something that you guys can both offer each other, especially if you're in the entertainment business, not just one giving and the other one just receiving, the other one putting in all the work, because then it creates animosity and tension, and it creates jealousy too as well. So, moving on from that situation, so it is what it is. So, my little mama, you better get to the club and do your dance. And then we got Deb. Deb is with her new artist. I don't know her name, but she got a lot of tattoos. And basically, we get Masika in this dry ass story with her coming in talking about, Johnny wants to meet up with me. Johnny and Masika, you guys got to get a new story. Something got to give, because this shit is boring. You guys need to be axed off. I never even say that, but so anyways, we got Masika meeting up with Deb, and she was like, oh, Deb, I just want to talk to you to find out if you knew or had any information that, why, Johnny wants to meet up with me. Deb was like, I don't know. I don't deal with Johnny anymore. So kudos to you. Have a good time. I have no parts in it. Be safe. And that's what it is. And so we get Johnny and Masika, they meet up. So basically Johnny wants to confront Masika because Johnny didn't want to go off at, Deb's party because, she just got reinvited. So sometimes Johnny uses her brain. And also somebody must have talked to Johnny to tell Johnny, hey, listen, you can use this for another scene. So Johnny uses her brain and not fight at Deb's party and not go off at Deb's party. But then she created another scene. Smart Johnny. But it's about bullshit with Masika. And so Johnny's just like, yo, I don't appreciate the way you came at me and asking me about DM and Fetty and Blase and the third. I don't mess with him. I haven't been with him or whatever. And I didn't know you guys was together. I didn't know anything about you. How many times I got to tell you? I didn't know if you guys was dating, if you guys was this, if you guys was that, or whatever. So basically, we got that situation. And you got Masika talking about fix your teeth, fix your hair, fix this, fix that. Masika's being, she's talking crap. What did she say? Fix your hair, fix your teeth. I don't know, Masika, she be throwing little sly shots or whatever. But Johnny was going to get in that ass. But Johnny didn't want to fight her too as well, because she's realizing, the carpet is being quickly pulled from under her as Deb is no longer her manager. And she can't get kicked off this show, even though she doesn't have a storyline, anything going on. She's been doing okay, and she don't want to beat up Masika. And Masika don't want that. Masika don't want that. Masika don't want to fight Johnny. We all know Johnny will beat the shit out of Masika. I don't have a question. I don't have a doubt. I will put money on Johnny. I don't want to see them fight, but if the case may be they were to fight, we already know who's going to win. So anyways, it's a bottomless, petty, don't make no sense, because neither one of them with Fetty. Fetty don't even see his children. Fetty ain't with her. Masika's talking about, anybody can talk about Fetty is me. Yeah, that's all you're going to do is talk about him, because he ain't talking about you. Your name ain't never in his mouth. So we have that situation. And so it is what it is. I don't know. It's just totally just throws you off, because it don't make no sense, because this is too old for y'all to be arguing over. So let's get back to Bow Wow and what's her name? Kiyomi. She shows up early for the video shoot. Bow Wow's not there. She's getting nervous. She's getting upset. She's getting paranoid. She don't know what to do. Blah, and the third, but she's going to keep riding. Bow Wow has been keeping tabs on her. He knows what to do. He's watching he's watching everything fall through. He's watching everything go through from a distance. And he came when the right time when it's supposed to be, because Bow Wow is an entertainer and he is a smart dude. Let's not act like Bow Wow's stupid or dumb. He don't know what he's doing. He's actually smart. He's actually educated. He actually had a whole nother show to remember his lines and his parts that he was on, I think almost a year and a half ago. The dude is talented in the way he acted in that show, because I believed he was, crime scene investigator, forensic internet type of, investigation or whatever. So anyways, well, I can't think of the name of the show. I'm gonna find it once I get off of here. So so he shows up. Kiyomi's about to get upset. She's feeling in fury. She's jealous and she's insecure too as well, because she's insecure because she didn't have a chance to be a child and grow up as a child and learn the things as a child and have a father too as well and have people that would support her. She was thinking that only reason why her family told her that she was beautiful or was nice to her is because she was taking care of them. Like, she didn't have a chance to be a child, so she gets finicky. She gets nervous when it comes to Bow Wow not being there, and that's understandable. She just needs some counseling. That relationship can actually really work, if they get some counseling, because she's actually a chick that been through some things and she survived and she pulled the family through, and that tells you that she's loyal. So anyways, moving on. Bow Wow gets there and he calms her down. So he used some of the counseling techniques. He calms her down. She calms down. She's using some of the counseling techniques. The video goes well. Good video shoot. I think she looked nice. I think Bow Wow looked nice. I think the girls look nice. I think Shad Muffs look nice. I think the video was nice. I don't know if the video has already came out or if it's out, because I've just been going through some things. These got me going through some things. So we have that situation. So we already seen the Brat cries with, Lisa Ray, and they're good friends, and she has all white on as usual, but at least at the prison party she had a bandana on that wasn't all white. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that situation. And so we get to, so she's throwing her prison party. Bow Wow's drinking too much, and Bow Wow's mother is not happy that Bow Wow is actually, there with Kiyomi. She thinks it's a problem. Like, mind your business. You wasn't in his business when he was on lean. I don't know if he's still on lean. You ain't even saying nothing about him still drinking. As long as you can make some money off of him, you good, you're golden. As long as you in that mansion, you can trick that money off on whoever you tricking it with. Like, leave me alone, Miss Bow Wow mother, because you done took your son was your meal ticket. You're supposed to be taking care of your child, but he's taking care of you, and then you couldn't take care of the money right enough where you guys will be financially set, where you won't even have to be on this TV show. So miss me, and then you can tell me, oh, I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I wasn't that smart. But then you hired the right people. You was the adult, he was the child, and so you should have been protecting him way before Kiyomi came in the picture. So mind your business. So anyways, Kiyomi's kind of pissed off because Bow Wow's drinking, because you know what? He's an alcoholic. He has a drinking problem. He's gonna go off, and she gotta go home with him. And if anything triggers him, like from his childhood, from his neglectful mother and his neglectful father and the neglectful people in the industry triggers him, he's gonna take it out on her, and they gonna argue. And she's not ready to deal with this, because she probably had to deal with her mother and boyfriends taking shit out on her. So that's why that's why she can connect with Bow Wow and she can be there for him, because she's been through this shit before. So anyways, she's upset about it, and I understand that, because she can't tell him what to do, but he needs rehab. Let's be honest. When Bow Wow went to go buy the sneakers and shit like that in the store, and then he talked about, little mama wanted to get with him, little mama wants some sex from him, little mama wanted to go to his cookout, his girlfriend was gonna beat up little mama. That wasn't gonna happen. Kiyomi was not gonna beat up little mama. Little mama can actually fight, and Kiyomi may be big, but little mama knows how to fight. So that's the difference between that situation. Then on top of that, the way Bow Wow was so disrespectful, talking about Little Mama. How was Little Mama your friend? How did you guys was cool? The way you just bashed her and tried to down her and try to make her look bad. Like, if she want to sleep with a different guy every day of the week, she could sleep with a different guy every day of the week. Doesn't mean she's a slut. Doesn't mean she's a hoe. Doesn't mean that she's a freak. Doesn't mean that. It just means like she's taking care of her business. She's taking care of her clock. She's taking care of her vagina when she wants it to be taken care of. If she wants something plastic, if she wants something real, she can have it. But it's not up to you to tell somebody that you're trying to hook her up with that she's easy, she's fresh, easy meat, and she don't mean nothing by it, and she's been trying to get with me. That's wrong, that's low down, and that's dirty, and you have a bad tendency of being jealous of other people, and you jealous that whatever his name, BT, was able to pull her and she likes him, and you jealous. Point blank, period. And then you jealous that she's not feeling you because you want everybody to feel you. I think I talked about this the last episode, but anyways, you shady for that. So anyways, let's get back to the party. So the Brat comes in. She got the handcuffs on. I wouldn't have handcuffs. I wouldn't be parading around like that. But anyways, it is what it is. Kiyomi gets upset because Bow Wow leaves and disappears. And I understand that. But a person, you know, you want him to be all hugged up on you. You want him to be around you. But everybody knows that you're there with him. It's cool. And you enter there together. Now you have to make your rounds and have a good time. And let him be him. And let you be you. And meet his family and his friends. And get to know them and have a good time. Instead of focusing what Bow's doing. But she's focusing on what Bow's doing because he's drinking too much. And we know he's an alcoholic. Allegedly. So she's ready to go, and then, you know, Bow's mother looks over like, oh, Kiyomi got her face all turned up. You should have your face turned up that your son, the bag bringer, the bag maker, the one that writes the checks, the one that signs the check, is drinking too much in public, and he can ultimately go downhill. And then on top of that, it messes with his brain too as well, and his function and his writing and him being able to do music, and brings him away from doing music because now he's drinking the alcohol and he's smoking the weed and he's doing the lean allegedly and all this other stuff. You should be worried about that. Now you should be happy that his girlfriend that he's with is worried about his drinking problem. She ain't worried about a woman. She ain't worried about the other women. She's just worried about the drinking stuff. But Bow Wow seemed like he was still in good space. So it is what it is. The Brat, she gives a speech. You know, she gives a shout out to JD's mom. The JD mom took care of her, took care of Escape, took care of Chris Cross, and all this, and took care of Bow Wow and all this other stuff. Blasing the third. Bow's having fun. He's joking around with people. Blasing the third and everything like that. But Kiyomi's ready to go. So he noticed that she's ready to go. So he's about to get her. He told her, hold on for a minute, because he was like, let's go. She was like, you're not gonna say bye to people? And so he was like, okay, let me go say bye. So he should have brought her to go say bye, but he didn't. He wanted to run over there real quick because this is all new for him to actually really care about a girl, and he's still thinking that the girl's supposed to wait on him, and he can't be friend. Plus he's really small, he's really little, and he can just run across the club. You know, he don't gotta walk slow. You know what I'm saying? And he's feeling it. He's feeling lit. He's lit. And he's probably gonna pick up a pill here or there somewhere around the room. So anyways, we have that situation. So she flips out. She leaves. And then Bow Wow's trying to get to her. Production is stopping him. He's upset. He's going off. He's talking about he's Paru. I'm Paru, baby. I'm not. But this is what Bow Wow said, okay? So none of you gangsters come over here with that. I'm just a regular citizen. So we have that situation. What time is it? Oh shit. So we have that situation, and he's just running off doing his thing. The Brat's trying to control. I don't know who he's mad at production. This is the part that went viral a couple of weeks ago. And so he's mad at production. Kiyomi left. He wanted to say bye to her because she left or whatever. And he's intoxicated because he should have been able to calm down and be relaxed, because this is his production. This is the show that he works for. He's hired. This is fake. Why are you doing this shit, Bow? So peace. I'm out. One love.